Hey family, did you miss me? Yeah, I know I haven't posted anything in a minute, but I have been cooking. You know I've been eating. But I'm gonna try to do this kind of quick. You know me. But this came together real nice. Kind of from some conversations I had with two people with the last name Green. Has to do with some butter and some good. But check it out. Let's go. Hi, my name is T. I am not a chef. Actually, I'm a truck driver. And I don't drive food trucks, I drive a semi. What I'm about to do is show you how to do what I do on my truck. Welcome to your favorite new food show, Big Taste in a Small Space with me, T. So to start this meal off, I got some cherry tomatoes. I drizzled a little bit of olive oil on top of that. Drizzle. Added some salt, added some pepper, black pepper. I like those grinder things. I don't know, fresh cracked black pepper. It's a beautiful thing. And then, you just swirl it around, make sure everything gets coated in the salt, pepper, and the olive oil. And, while that's sitting on the side, I figured let me prep some sweet peppers. Yeah, I love those little sweet peppers. Gives you a variety in a small pack. Small things to work with. Easy to put away. So I just cut these up in like 4 pieces each. Took the top off. And then I put it into the same plate with the cherry tomatoes. Got a little bit of garlic. I like that pre-peeled garlic. It works so much easier. Take the little heads off, little brown spots. Crush it if you can. If you don't, you don't. You just mince it up. This is not a chefy move I'm doing. Just chop. Mince it up kind of fine as you want it to be. And put that on the side. Then you get some paper towel. And you get some bay scallops. Most of the time, I use those sea scallops, the bigger ones. These are the smaller ones. I think these are the big ones. Well, anyway, these are the small scallops. Put them on the paper towel. I had some shrimp, so I put them in there too. A couple different kinds of shrimp, small scallops. You just want the moisture to come out. Then you get your cast iron skillet blazing hot. Put your tomatoes in there and let them just sit there for about 4 minutes or so before you even touch them. You want them to start blistering them. You want them to start getting a little color on them, getting a little char on them. It's going to be okay. The taste is going to be phenomenal. After about 4 minutes, you swirl them around a little bit so you can get some char on other parts. Yep, you do that a couple of times. You want these tomatoes to basically get ready to bust if they don't bust already. And after you swirl them around a bit, move them to the side so that you can put in your... Come on, put them in. Oh, you still swirling? All right. Enough with the swirling. Put your sweet peppers in. Take your tomatoes out. You want to do the same thing with the sweet peppers. Just let it sit there for a minute. Let it get a little char on them also. That char is going to bring out a lot of flavor. It's going to soften them up a little bit too. You don't want them mushy, but you do want them softened. You do want them a little blackened. You want that attitude on your vegetables. Yes, you do. So you stir. Turn your fire off, because I'm in the truck. I can't have all my appliances at the same time. Took my peppers out. Put this pot on, have my little pot with the water that heats up ridiculously fast, boiling. And I pour the water in the pot, turn the hot plate back on. And please don't put the salt into your water until your water's hot. Otherwise, you mess up your pot. I've messed up so many pots. When you see those little pit marks at the bottom, that's because you put your salt in before the water was hot. Then I add a little bit of some pasta. I use these shells. Stir it up. And you're going to let this water come back up to a boil. You know, when you put something in the boiling water, it's going to bring the temperature down. So you want that water to go back up to a nice, steady boil. Because I still only have one hot plate that I can use. So you stir just to make sure it doesn't stick. Once it's up to a nice rapid boil, you put the top back on. And you put the top back on. And you put your non-stick back up there. Take a little bit of butter, 2 pads of butter, and you're going to heat that up in your non-stick. Let the butter melt away, let it bubble up, let it boil up, let it calm back down, and you're even going to let your butter start to brown just a little bit. You don't want it to burn. I know most of the time I tell you use some olive oil and butter together. It keeps each other from burning. We're not even going to use olive oil. Just going to use the butter. Brown a little bit. Then you put your scallops and your shrimp in there. Little salt, little pepper. Little crushed red pepper just for the fun of it. Once, that takes 2 minutes to cook. Stir your pasta every now and then so it doesn't stick. Then you add your, where's it at? Come on, bring it out. Bring it out. Put your garlic in there. Once that garlic hits that heat with that shrimp, scallops, and butter, the whole house is going to light up. The neighbor's going to be knocking on the wall saying, hey, I want a plate of that. I had some fresh thyme. I put that in there too just because I love that fresh thyme. Stir, stir, stir. And when all that hits, oh, man, get your cast iron back out. Let that get hot again. Cast iron stays hot a long time, so be careful. Then I put my pasta in my cast iron. I put my tomatoes and my peppers in there. I put my shrimp and scallop on top of that. And I had some baby spinach. So I put my baby spinach on top of all that. I left a little bit of pasta in the other pot. So I took that and I put that on top of the spinach. Once all that heat hits that spinach is just going to melt away really quick. It don't take no time to soften up and melt away some spinach. So that's going to melt down. I'm going to put it in the pot. You're going to gently stir it in the pot. Don't make no mess. I didn't make no mess. Oh, you saw that one that came out? It's just a test. And then, let that just simmer down, let it get all hot again. And before you know it, it's time to plate this up. And when it's done, this is what you come up with. Some shrimp and scallops over pasta with some cherry tomatoes that's been blistered and grilled a little bit, some sweet peppers, and some spinach in a butter and natural tomato sauce. Yeah, that was good. As a matter of fact, look, it was so good. I'm gonna let you see a little bit again before I make it all disappear. Tomatoes, grilled, some spinach, and some pasta. Yeah. Oh, and I did even put some capers in there too, just for a little extra kick. Oh yeah. This ain't gonna last long. It also didn't take long to make. You could probably make this whole dish in about 15 minutes. And eat it all in about 2 or 3. I think I did.